10 years of marriage, 3 children together, a life they built from nothing. And then one day, a young man knocked on their door and destroyed everything he thought he knew about his wife. For 10 years, he believed he knew the woman he married. She was the love of his life, the mother of his 3 children, the woman he trusted with every part of his future. Their marriage wasn't perfect, but it was real. They struggled together. They built their home together. They raised their children together. And in his heart, he believed he had married an honest woman until the day a stranger appeared. A young man, probably around 19, standing quietly outside their house, looking nervous, looking like he had rehearsed the moment his entire life. He asked one simple question: "Is your wife home?" At first, the husband thought nothing of it. Maybe someone looking for directions. Maybe someone who knew her from work. But when the young man saw her, his eyes filled with something deeper, something emotional, something heavy. And then he said the words that changed everything: "I think you're my mother." The world went silent. The husband turned slowly to look at his wife. Her face had lost all color. She wasn't confused. She wasn't shocked. She looked exposed, like a past she buried had just walked through the door. That was the moment he realized something was terribly wrong. Later that night, after the young man had left, he asked the question he never imagined asking: "Who is that boy?" She told him the truth. Before she ever met him, she got pregnant. The man responsible didn't want the child. He didn't want marriage. He didn't want responsibility. So she raised the baby alone for a year. But life became too difficult. And eventually, she gave the child to the father. She walked away. And from that day forward, she never saw the boy again. 2 years later, she met the man who would become her husband, and she made a decision. She would bury that part of her life forever. So she never told him, not when they were dating, not when he proposed, not when they stood at the altar, not even after 10 years of marriage. The husband sat there in silence, trying to understand the woman he thought he knew. 10 years. 10 years of love. 10 years of trust. 10 years of believing there were no secrets between them. And yet, there was an entire child, an entire human life, a whole chapter of her past that she erased from the story she shared with him. Finally, he asked the question burning inside him: "Why didn't you tell me?" Her answer cut even deeper. She said, "That child doesn't mean anything to me anymore. I gave him to his father. That part of my life is over. I didn't think it mattered." But to the husband, it mattered, because now he was asking himself a question he never thought he'd ask. If she could hide something that big, what else didn't he know? Who exactly had he been married to for the last 10 years? And somewhere out there was a young man who spent his entire life searching for the mother who chose to forget him. Now the husband is confused. He feels hurt. He feels betrayed. But he also knows they have 10 years of marriage and 3 children together. So the question is, was the wife wrong for hiding the truth about her child? Or should the husband understand that some people leave their past behind and move on with their lives? What would you do if you were in his position?